Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Today's video I'm going to go over what are my top recommendations for the Sephora VIB Beauty Insider Spring Bonus event, and also share with you what I have in my cart, the things that are tops on my wish list of what I'm going to be picking up with my 15% off. I'll put all the details of the event in the information box below the video so that whether you're a beauty insider or VIB or a VIB Rouge, you will know when to shop, what the access code is, and what your level of discount is, because there's different discounts for different levels of shopper. Being a VIB Rouge, we get to shop the first weekend of the sale exclusively with the biggest discount, which is 15% off. This one is not as big as their fall discount that they give, which is generally 20% off, but it is something, and it does help to defray the cost of all the things that I am hoping to get. You know, being a beauty blogger and a YouTuber, I buy a lot more makeup than the average bear. So, you know, if you're VIB Rouge, then you are a makeup collector and you're going to be interested in shopping this sale. So if you are, I wanted to share with you my top picks and some of my absolute faves that I can definitely recommend. So actually, being me and always out of step and out of sync as I am, I didn't know this was happening this week. And so about 2 weeks ago, I placed a big order at Sephora and I received my box. And so I've had the chance to use a couple of these things, but a couple of them I haven't because I've been out of town a lot. But one of them that I know people are really curious and really excited about is the Anastasia Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. The good news is that I've had the chance to use it a couple of times and I can give you my take on it. It is a beautiful palette. It is a little bit less warm than the average Anastasia palette, which is why I've never bought one before. This one is slightly more on the cooler side, which is more up my alley, but this is definitely still a warm palette. So it has mainly pinks and peaches and golds and brown tones in there, and they're all very pretty. The eyeshadows are very creamy, they're very powdery. What's nice about these is they come with a brush. This retails for $42, so 15% off would be a nice discount on this. The brush is really nice quality and very usable. So I've used this eyeshadow palette a couple times. I'm wearing it today. I had done more of a pinky red look before and I liked that. Today I did more of the goldy brown look and I'm happy with that as well. When you dip your brush in, they're very, very soft, and so they pick up a lot of color. The color payout is really good on the eye. They swatch beautifully. They feel so nice. They're very buttery and everything. So they're just really pretty eyeshadows and they blend out really, really well. So there are some swatches on it of a few of the colors just to show you. So if you're not a warm person or you already have a couple of warm Anastasia palettes and you don't need this one, then I can recommend another palette, which is about the same price point, that I bought a few months ago that I have been absolutely loving, that I would pick up before I would get the Soft Glam, and that is the Violet Voss-Top Notch palette. But there are more pans for about the same price. So this is 20 pans for $45. This is 14 pans for $42. This has been hyped up a lot, and it definitely is worth the hype. If you love an Anastasia palette, then absolutely put this in your cart and get it at the 15% off. But if you're like me and you're someone who prefers the cooler tones, this is a really great palette for about the same price point. I find these a little bit easier to work with. I get a little bit more variety out of this palette. These aren't quite as soft to the touch, but they still give you a lot of color payout. They blend beautifully, and using this palette, I can get more like 4 or 5 different looks out of this. This one also does come in a couple of different colors. There is like a red pink version. So take a look at the Violet Voss palettes. I'll link both below, as I'll link everything in the video. So let's talk about my all-time faves, things that I really can recommend to you guys. For the sale, I feel like some of the things that I like getting most are big ticket items and saving some money on them. So for example, the New Face, you know, I just absolutely love this guy. I use it every single day, and it has really changed the quality of my skin for the better. Like, I can see it when I don't use it. I can see the difference. And I gotta say, this has like helped me to not get Botox for the last almost year. It's been 10 months since I last got Botox. Now, don't get me wrong, my forehead wrinkles are really there all the time, but it keeps my skin acting younger, and so I'm not like oh my God, I have to get Botox. Oh my God, I have to get Botox. So anyway, just love it. And if you already have the Trinity, you could go for the ELE attachment, which is the 2-prong guy that, if you watch my video, I'll put links to videos that I'm referencing up here, really makes a difference with the hooded eyes. You use that attachment. It doesn't take long. It's just, you know, a couple minutes a day, and it really lifts your hood like amazing so that you can put off having that eyelid surgery for a while. So that's a good big ticket item to get. I don't use the Clairsonic for washing my face, but I do use it for applying my makeup. This is a little brush head attachment that you can get, and that would be a great thing to get in the discount. This has replaced all my other foundation brushes. I just love it so much, and I put on my foundation liquid with this anytime I can, so that is a good thing to get. Or the full Clairsonic if you've always wanted one to wash your face with and you just never bought it because it was too much. This is a great time to get something like that. I'm actually thinking of maybe getting the Dyson hair dryer. I had the chance to use one a couple weekends ago. A friend had one, let me borrow it. And it was really great. I really liked it. And I was like, wow, I'm going to get this. I was planning on waiting until the fall sale, but now this one's here. So I don't know if I need to wait to get the extra 5%. I think I already have like $400 of stuff in my cart. So I don't know if I can add another $400 item, but so maybe I'll save that till fall, more of like a Christmas gift or something. So another eyeshadow palette that is a big ticket item, but that is so worth it. I actually got this in the last VIB sale back in the fall. This is the Dior 5 Colors palette. This is in 757 Dream. This is an all matte eyeshadow palette that's very cool. The colors are gorgeous. It is like eggplants and mauves and grays, and it just makes the most beautiful eye look. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy. I've never regretted spending the money on this guy. I mean, and look at it. I've had it for 6 months. I use it all the time. It barely looks used, like it looks so brand new, because these are not those really soft, fluffy colors where you get fallout and everything. There's no fallout. They blend so beautifully. They wear all day. Highly recommend that one as well. Many of my favorite foundations are not sold at Sephora, but one of them is, it's the YSL All Hours. This is almost into Holy Grail status, not quite, just because it is highly fragranced and does have a lot of SD alcohol in it. So it's more of a special occasion foundation for me, but it really does look beautiful. It's great on older skin. It doesn't settle into lines or wrinkles. So it's a great foundation. If you were thinking of getting that, this would be a great time to pick that up. Some expensive skincare that I would recommend. One is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial. This is their alpha hydroxy acid peel. I use this once a week. I have never been able to work a glycolic acid into my everyday skincare routine because of irritation, but just for a once a week peel, this is fantastic. And I absolutely love it, but it's 80 bucks. I don't need a new one of these, but I'm recommending it to you. If you wanted to try it and you haven't done it yet, this would be a good sale to try it in. And something else that I bought, I think in the last sale, that I loved was the Tatcha One Step Camellia Cleanser. This was, wait, I feel like I have a dog hair or something here. This was so great at removing makeup. It was like the best makeup remover I had ever used. Unfortunately, I did get some irritation from it a few days into using it. This is a little travel one, but I have heard from people who bought this because of my video that they love it. So a discount on that is terrific. Sunday Riley Good Genes Lactic Acid, that's one that I really like a lot. This is a good time to pick that up. Some of my favorites from Sephora are the Sephora Contour Pencils. These are the waterproof eye pencils that I use every day. They're only $10 to start with, so you know, not really a great bargain to get them in the sale, but you know, if you've never tried them, they're really good, especially if you have watery eyes or your eyeliner transfers or smears. This doesn't. It doesn't transfer from waterline to waterline. My favorites are Tiramisu, which is a dark brown. It has a lot of gray to it, so it's not like a warm brown. Then this one is Blonde Ambition. This I have in my lower waterline. And then this one is Fifth Avenue. It is a matte gray that I use in my upper waterline just about every day. This is in my cart. I need a Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is like the best eyeshadow primer for mature lids. If you have crepey skin, if you have hooded lids, if you have wrinkly lids, it smooths the eyelids so it makes them look less crepey. This will help to keep your eyeshadow in place all day, no creasing. It's really a fantastic product. I used to use something else that was discontinued, but this was just as good. So if you were wondering what to use now, use this instead. Something else that I use every day is the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream. I get these little baby ones. I usually buy like a big limited edition holiday packs that has all different colors in it. And I like these kind of pinky ones, but I love the minty freshness of this on my lips. So I've completely used up both of these that I have. So I'm going to be buying a full size of this in Dolly. A couple other things that I picked up in my haul a few weeks ago. They would be in my cart as things on my wish list. So anyway, the first one is the Tatcha Silken Canvas. This is like a solid primer. Of course, the packaging is always so beautiful, but as you can see, have not used that one yet, but I like the ingredients in it. I'm still looking for the perfect primer that you can put on, you know, underneath your makeup, which is where you put on primer, that will help to disguise the pores. So there's that one. Another one, I've tried it once, I think it was pretty good, is the Natasha Danone Prime Magic Primer Anti-Shine Flawless Face Base. I use this with my Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet, and it did a really nice job of disguising my pores to start. I really, oh, did I just put eyeshadow on my cheek? I don't know. Anyway, I like this one. I haven't tested it thoroughly, like to really see if it keeps your pores disguised after you put on makeup, but it was pretty nice. Okay, let's take a look and see what I have in my cart. I have about 14 things in there. I am going to go to Sephora tomorrow, swatch, look at things a little more closely, and hopefully try to weed some things out of here, because obviously I can't get this much, even though I would like to. You know, we all have a budget we have to work within. But of course, things being on sale, it gives you that extra little push to go in and put some extra things in your cart and get some things that you may have been like dreaming about. Or if your birthday's coming up, or, oh my God, you guys, Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day soon. You could buy yourself something and just hand it to your children and be like, here, this is what you got me for Mother's Day. I think I'm going to do that. All right, so here's what's in my cart. I am starting to work on a video on tinted moisturizers and BB creams, just to lighten up the foundation look for the summer. So I have a few of those in here that I'm interested in. One is the Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. That goes for $56 normally, so looking to get that at a bit of a discount. The color I have it in here in is nude. I'm not sure if that's what I'll stay with. That's why I'm going to swatch tomorrow. Then let's see. Oh, I have a couple of sunscreens in here, of course, because you know my sunscreen video is coming up. One is Super Goop Invincible Setting Powder SPF 45. It's the mineral powder sunscreen that you can use to top up your sunscreen later in the day. I'm picking that up in the shade Light, but again, I have to swatch it. I'm not sure if they'll have this in my store. That is $30 for 0.15 ounces, which is expensive, but what I noticed, because of course they recommend similar products, is that Tarte has one now too. So I'm going to try the Tarte one too. This is called Tarte Guard Mineral Powder Sunscreen Broad Spectrum. It's an SPF 30, the other one's 45. $28 for 0.28 ounces. So that's the biggest as far as quantity and the lowest price. So definitely going to take a look at this one. It only comes in one shade though. So something else that I'm curious about, because I've seen other YouTubers talk about it, is that Becca Hybrid Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Got to check that out. That's in my cart. Then also for the tinted moisturizer video, I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector Skin Tint Foundation, and that I have in there in color number 5. Then another sunscreen, Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare Sheer Mineral Sunspray SPF 50. People are always asking me for like a setting spray kind of sunscreen that they could put on to top up their sunscreen. Generally, I don't recommend them because they are full of SD alcohol, but this is one that is not, so I've been dying to try that for a while. So that's in there. That's $42, so kind of spendy for that. Oh, the Summer Fridays Jetlag Mask. Have you guys seen this? I can't remember who I saw talking about it, but someone was raving about this thing, and I looked at the ingredients, and it really has great ingredients. It's got niacinamide, shea butter, it's got the ceramides 1, 3, and 6, the cholesterol and the phytospinach that goes with it, that needs to make the ceramides work, and so it seems like a good formula. I've seen that you can wear it as a mask, you can use it as a moisturizer, maybe a primer. You know, what the heck. I thought I would check it out, see if there's a new product that we could find ceramides in. And then the last thing is the Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil. This is a $25 lip pencil, but I had been wanting to try something Pat McGrath, in the last Sephora VIB thing, and I made a mistake and bought the eyeliner instead, which was an epic fail. It was not good. Let me tell you, these $10 Sephora pencils are so much better than that Pat McGrath $25 eye pencil. And, but all the comments below that video that I showed that in were, no, 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 don't get the eye pencil. It's the lip pencil. So I was like, of course I got the wrong thing. So I'm going to try the lip pencil in a bright screaming red, and we'll see if it's as amazing as you guys have told me it is. And I'm sure it will be, because generally when I get like a recommendation from people and, you know, like 10 people are also say the same thing, then it's pretty true. You guys know what you're talking about. So that is everything I have in my cart. Wish me luck in weeding some stuff out of there. Oh, I don't have the Dyson in there yet. I got to really think long and hard about that, but I really liked what it did for my hair. It cut my blowout time down by like 10 minutes, and it seemed nice. Like I actually got a curl on the ends, which I usually don't get. Don't ask me what is going on with my hair today. I was trying to make it come out good, and it has a mind of its own. It does its own thing sometimes, and it needs to be colored in the worst way. So anyway, that is everything that I had to show you in today's video. I hope that if you are VIB Rouge, that you will enjoy your shopping this weekend, or if you're VIB or Beauty Insider or Rouge, because Rouge can shop again next weekend too, and you're shopping next weekend, that you found my suggestions helpful and that it helped you whittle down and focus in on what you're interested in picking up in the sale. As always, I thank you so much for your time and really appreciate your watching. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. So take care. Bye-bye.